Hi everyone, it's Valentina Sanchez Cuenca, Client Relationship Manager at the Bird Shop Support. Today we have a special guest, longtime friend, longtime client, and contributor to the Bird Shop Support, Sean Park. Sean, welcome. Tell us a little bit about yourself and why are you here?
Well, why am I here? That's a great question. Thank you, Valentina, and it's a pleasure to be here. Yes, I've been a client since 2020, working with Larry and contributing. My background is currency, so I advise family offices, investment firms on the currency side of the business.
Great. And can you tell us how did you hear about us? What motivated you to get started with the Bird Shop Support?
That's an interesting story, and it's a long one, so I'll try and keep it short. So I read actually Larry's first book, and I loved it, right? And so I was on Bloomberg, and I thought, why not just reach out to him, just say hi, just let him know I like the book, and so I did. Uh, and Larry got back to me very quickly, and that was pretty much how our relationship started. It was actually quite amazing how attentive he was and how quick he was to respond. Um, for me, it was actually just a really interesting opportunity, and it was one of the best opportunities that actually I've had in my lifetime. Was
Oh,
meeting
that's
Larry
really
Donovan.
great to hear. I'm really happy. So tell me, Sean, how often do you use or you apply the information that we send on the Bloomberg chat on our reports?
Well, I mean, I work every single day, right? Every day that I'll be interacting with the bear traps. The good thing about the bear traps is that, it's something that you can come in and out of, right? So if you want to refer to it, usually every morning I'll refer to it and go through the chat. And then usually at the end of the day, what's also really good is that they send a report the next day for everything that was in the chat. So if you happen to be busy, you have meetings, you're traveling, and you weren't able to necessarily be on Bloomberg or be in the Discord, you can actually just go and get the email and you can refer back to it.
Yeah, that's a very important part you mentioned there, Sean. So, as most of you don't, or you maybe or don't know, we have our daily client chat recap. As we said, and the name says, it comes out every day, and it's basically the download of the conversation we had on either the Bloomberg or the Discord chat. It's basically just a lens on a buy-side conversation, and as you heard here, it's absolutely great. So, there you
It
have it.
is. It is, Valentina. It's fantastic because it's concise, right? So everything that was important that was in the chat, you can actually review the next day, which is great. It's a really good service.
Yeah, remember everybody, our goal here is to democratize information. And as you heard, we're doing it quite, a little bit good. So I'm happy to hear that. That's great, Sean. Thank you. So, Sean, tell me which part of our whole service of the bear traps you think you find the most valuable?
I mean, that's a really good question, Valentina. I think that the entire platform itself is an amazing offering. What I really enjoy is the engagement with the team. I have to say that is probably the best service is the engagement with the team. The fact that Larry will reach out to you, he wants to engage with you. I think that that's fantastic, and I think that's what probably sets you guys above a lot of people in your space.
Oh, that's great. Now that you mentioned that, how would you describe our level of trust compared to other sources that you may have used in the past?
It's uncomparable. You guys are amazing. Yeah, and I mean, like, I've worked with you guys for 5 years, and every single time that I get to see Larry in person, I get to see the team. I mean, I'm just even more amazed, and I have even more trust. Like, it's an amazing service, and you honestly, at some point in time, like you start to really reflect on it and feel like you're almost part of the family, if that's fair to say.
Yeah. I mean, everybody here is part of our virtual report family, and we appreciate all the look, the value that you give to our research. We're really grateful for it. So thank you very much, Sean. So tell me, what role does credibility and independence of research play in why are you staying with us?
Well, the approach that Larry has, where he takes a wide range of data, condenses it down, in a channel that's easy to understand, so that you can get the big picture. For example, when he's giving out trade alerts or when he's recommending certain names, you can actually refer to those to the notes as to why he is making his investment thesis or recommendations. It's very concise, easy to read. Um, yeah, like I said, being in the industry, you see a lot of research. Right?
Yeah.
Everyone's providing research. There's a lot of noise. What Larry does is, like you said, democratizes, information, but he also has a unique ability to streamline so much noise
That's
and
true.
find that area where you can find that value. And again, it's not always about, maybe some of the recommendations don't match your investment thesis, or something that maybe you don't feel fits in your portfolio.
Of course.
But at the end of the day, it's there that you can refer to it. So I really appreciate that. And again, going back to the way that Larry delivers information, it's the fact that he'll call you, he'll get on the phone, he'll actually converse with you. You don't get that with other providers.
Okay, that's great to hear. So now that you mentioned the trade alerts, remember you can be part of our trade alerts on our gold membership package. You can reach to info@thebirdshopsreport.com if you're interested, and we'll be happy to assist you. Okay, now last question, Sean, just to wrap this little conversation up. Why would you recommend the Bird Shops Report to a friend or colleague?
I mean, there's so many reasons. Like I mentioned, it's the engagement with the team. Larry's approach through Mosaic Research, the level of trust that I have in Larry and that I've built over time with Larry, the way that I see that his strength is his network of individuals that he works through, and having access to that is amazing. So I would recommend it for all those reasons. But most importantly, because Larry has been a trusted colleague, and he's been very amazing to me and to my family, and I really appreciate everything.
Okay, highly appreciate that, Sean. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you for your time, and thank you for being part of the Bird Shops Report family. Thank
It's
you
my
for
pleasure.
joining us.
Yeah, thank you, Valentina.
Okay.